G'day everyone, how's it going? We're going on a journey embarking from Brisbane to Sydney. Now I'm going to just use full self-driving. I'm still on version 13. I haven't actually got the update to version 14 here in Australia. I'm waiting for it, but I'm probably not going to actually do the update while I'm doing this long journey. And we're going to see how the actual experience is with the amount of superchargers on the way, and just see if I'm actually stressed for power. But hopefully, I'm actually now stuck in traffic at the moment, so we'll see how it's pretty quite nice to actually have the full self-driving, and we'll just see how this journey goes from the start. So I'm just starting from Brisbane. Yep, as you can see, we're stuck in traffic. I'm at the moment in Springwood. There's just probably normal morning traffic. It's around about 10-15, I don't know, there must be something in the between of it. It's only a little section, so it's not too bad, but we've got a bit to go. I think we've got about close to 2 p.m, and then we'll get to our first supercharger, I think it is, but we'll probably stop for like lunch before then. Now it's about just under 1,000 kilometers from Brisbane to Sydney. Now we decided we're going to actually stop by Port Macquarie, which is about a little bit close to halfway, or just past halfway, but as a normal, this is, I don't know why we've got traffic here. There's no really accidents or roadworks here. We're just getting, again, it's really nice on full self-driving, as it's pretty relaxing even on the start-stop. As you can see, it's just slow traffic. Normally this would piss me off. It's really nice to actually see this, where I'm in a average zone where I think it's about 100 kilometers, where it's averaging your speed. And it's really nice to see the actual averages that we're doing, so we don't get a fine.
Short legs kicking in every direction while his wild curls flapped like a flag in a hurricane.
The big prawn. It's big, isn't it? One of the things that Tesla does do is overtake by itself automatically. I'm guessing it's going to do overtake sometime very soon, because it came to overtake, and after it actually finishes overtaking, it's safe distance, it'll actually go back to the left lane, as that's the proper road rules at the moment, which is maybe I'm not paying attention, but it's just like, so it was just a disengage by accident. That's one of the annoying things about full FSD, that whole wiggle thing. You wiggle too much and you actually turn it off, so it's a bit of a silly thing. But you will watch after it will actually do the overtake and finds a safe distance, it will then bring itself back to the left lane, as that is by law. You should be keeping to the left if you're not overtaking. So it also tells you how long to stay at the supercharger for. So it says 20 minutes to charge, and then we continue on our trip, so you can see it from up here. And we have the big banana we're passing through on the right side. We are getting closer to Coffs Harbour. Now we're at the second Tesla charger here, and we actually have about 50%, but because tomorrow I just didn't want to actually charge it more, so I decided to charge it tonight instead of tomorrow. But we've got quite a lot of chargers actually. Maybe there's around about, it's quite a lot of chargers here. Quite a number of chargers. Yeah, quite a lot of chargers, and so we're just going to go have a look at that side while take a toilet break. It only needs about 16 minutes, says, but that's not very much at all. So continue on. As how I'm feeling, it is pretty much as if I'm like a passenger, that kind of fatigue, not actually like a driver. Like normally I'll be holding the wheels up. No, I don't feel like that today. I'm able to sit on different ways. It's been fantastic. Love this full self-driving. Absolute fantastic. Definitely recommend for long trips. We're at the third supercharger, should be the last one, and we've pretty much just under 200 kilometers away from Sydney now. And this one's actually quite congested. Just one of the cars just left there. We had to wait for this one here. But again, we're in a bit of a shopping center area and also the town. We're in Raymond Terrace is what it's called. So anyway, I find a lot of superchargers that have like toilets and food nearby, which has been fantastic experience so far. But yeah, we're going to keep on trucking. We're going to go grab some lunch while we wait for the car to charge. We're getting close to Sydney now, and of course we've slowed down because of Sydney roads, but we also noticed the quality of the road is actually a lot more bumpy as well. And it's been pretty good ride. I'm actually the usual, more like passenger fatigue than actually driver fatigue than anything else. But we've been playing games, we've been using grok, we've been listening to music, karaoke, all that stuff. We're finally in Sydney, and of course the road lanes are a lot smaller, and it's actually interesting to actually watch how the full self-driving, especially on the Pacific Highway, it's a little bit slower than normal. It does say it's 40 zone here, so it is driving 40. I do have a lot of people driving faster than 40, but I guess it wants to go to the right lane. I don't know why it wants to go to the right lane. What for? Alright, I finally arrived at my destination in Sydney, and just going to tell you my experience from full self-driving from Brisbane to Sydney. Now, I did break it up because we actually decided last minute to actually stay at Port Macquarie, and actually did a bit of travelling, a little sightseeing in Port Macquarie in the morning, which was the Koala Hospital and also the lighthouse. So I did waste a little bit there, but I did actually have a little bit extra charge for that the previous night, just so I can actually do a little bit of sightseeing, and that's also allowed me to actually wake up a little later, so I didn't have to wake up earlier to do the extra charge for the little bit extra trip. So in the end, I actually ended up charging 3 times. Now, I would actually say I can probably get away with, if I did a direct from Brisbane to Sydney, I'll probably only need 2 charges. And seriously, the actual time of charging was only about 20 minutes, and I actually had a very nice way of actually going in the charge, as I had a very nice experience. And normally I would actually stop for having a toilet break, or even just having some food. So even then, that 20 minutes, go to the restroom and come back, and pretty much you're nearly there for the 15 or so minutes today. But we did getting food and lunch and stuff like that, so which is actually perfect timing there. Now, as for the full self-driving, I did not feel the fatigue, the driver fatigue that I would normally do. Usually I would say it's more like a passenger fatigue, like sitting for a period of time, just kind of like what you would have in an airplane, where you actually get some, I was doing a lot of leg exercises, actually we were having fun in the car itself, like playing with grok. We also listen to music, do a bit of karaoke, play a bit of card games as we always do with the little one. And so overall the actual experience was fantastic. Now, yes, you can probably do the Brisbane to Sydney very easy in one trip. Now, in the ICE car, which I've done before, last time I did it, I said, no, I'm never going to do an ICE drive down from Brisbane to Sydney ever again, because that was an awful experience. It takes around about 10 to 11 hours, but in all honesty, this using the EV, it was a lot easier. This was actually, again, it was basically just, if you really can do it, you can probably do it in 2 stops. And well, honestly, it was such a different experience. I actually would think I'll actually do this again, as they would say. The experience was very relaxing, and but definitely do it again. It's such a different experience on doing EV. I'll actually stop those normal stops anyways, but in ICE car, I can do it straight, but I'll probably be pushing, because as I always do, but with this EV, at least was forced to stop at those charging stations, which is great to revival. And with the full self-driving, wow, that was literally just like hands off and really just taking it easy. I think the only time I actually did play with the indicator while just trying to get some overtakes more than that, because I am using version 13, so I couldn't really go to maximum or hurry mode there, as I was probably predicting more than the actual car itself. But when it gets there, we'll stay behind a car for maybe a little bit of time, for maybe about a few seconds, but I was just impatient, so I actually predicted and just indicated to the right to do the overtake, and it will automatically go back to the left lane on the highway, so which is what you need to do. But geez, I've got to say, full self-driving and Tesla on the long trip, this is amazing. I definitely well worth doing again. So hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll definitely catch you guys in the next one. See ya.